Hello friends, we will be discussing about SAP Engineering Workbench in this course. The course will be consisting of explanation about Engineering Workbench, its elements, the navigation followed by demo in SAP. The goals that you want to achieve at the end of this course includes the business scenario that is leading to having a special utility like Engineering Workbench. When you already have traditional SAP processes to define the bill, define the task list, define the component assignments between components of bill and the operations of task list, a mass changes program where you can perform different type of changes on multiple parents, either for components or operations, and even the other elements like documents, classification. Do you need engineering workbench as a additional utility? I also wanted to understand what is engineering workbench as a utility. What does it consist of? What are its elements? How do you set up and configure? How you are going to make it useful for yourself? How to perform the integrated tasks on bill of material, task list and their combinations using engineering workbench. Get a feel of a few scenarios and see how they are performed in engineering workbench. This will be ensuring that you will be having complete clarity on what is engineering workbench, what are the benefits of having engineering workbench, what are the differentiators, and how engineering workbench can be leveraged in your operations on product engineering. You will be introduced about what is the definition of engineering workbench and why and how it is utilized in the activities of product engineering. The subsequent lessons cover the elements of engineering workbench. The engineering workbench has a structure and it has the elements like object, object type, work list, working area, and many more. These lessons will be covering on elements of engineering workbench. You will understand in the next lesson on the navigation within engineering workbench. How you will be entering into engineering workbench, how you will be selecting the kind of objects that you wanted to modify, add and delete, how you will be making the changes in engineering workbench will be explained under the lessons related to navigation within engineering workbench. Once you arrive at engineering workbench, how are you going to make the edits in engineering workbench? You will be able to modify the objects which are pulled through selection in engineering workbench. You will also be able to create new objects. You will also be able to delete the existing objects. This entire editing part will be explained. There will be a few demonstration of key business scenarios. You may be making multiple changes to multiple attributes of one component in multiple parents of bill of material. You may be adding a few components to one bill, deleting a few others in the bill. You may change the attributes of operation in multiple task lists. You may be doing a few component assignments between the components of the bill and the operations of task list. You may also see one important workaround which is very useful in data migration and SAP rollout. That is using engineering workbench as a data extraction and exporting tool. You can extract the data of bills and task list and export in multiple formats for the benefit of data migration and SAP rollouts. You can choose different formats to use in different functions. For example, you may be extracting the data in the form of a text file, use it as a flat file and load the data into a different system. You may organize the data in the form of a structured HTML, present it to the stakeholders, discuss, analyze, and take a few decisions on data migration activities. You may also share the data in the form of email to the right people with proper sensitivity ensured. This demo will be covering all such aspects. After going through the series of demonstrations of multiple business areas, you will be doing a recap on your understanding and wrap it up. I wanted to give you a context of why engineering workbench. Why engineering workbench is important. For that matter, what is engineering workbench? You perform multiple actions for bills and task list of finished materials bills and task lists of semi-finished material in multiple process of SSB. You are already aware that CS01 and CS02 transactions are meant for creating and changing the bills. Similarly, you have CA01 and CA02 transactions for performing the creation and changing of task list. You can do component assignments between a component of a bill of material and operation of the task list. You also have another program called mass changes where you can choose a type of change and perform it on multiple parents for a specific component. When you have all these traditional processes, why do you need engineering workbench? A coordinated effort with single view and ability to pick the right and tightly related objects in one place will be helping you a lot. You will agree there is lack of clarity when you are switching the screens between routing, bill of material, and even when you are defining the component assignment, you are switching the screens. When you are doing mass changes, you are able to do one type of change in multiple bombs, but not multiple changes in multiple bombs. And when you are doing the changes, you are always having a question on whether you are doing everything right or wrong. That is because you are not having one integrated view where you will be able to see all the entities that you are modifying. Engineering workbench will be showing the entire view of your task list, your bills, your objects of focus in one view. For example, if you wanted to change components in a bill and change the component assignments, you will be seeing the bill and routing in the browser view, and you will be seeing all the objects like operations or components in the work list. You should be able to perform multiple changes on multiple parents in one view with a 100% clarity. The reason is you will be seeing the corresponding routing, corresponding operations when you are making some change in a component. You take the case of a component being replaced by completely new item that will be having impact on multiple bills. Not only in multiple bills, it is also having an impact on multiple routings. The reason is because when you are changing the item, the required operations will also be changed. You have to perform this entire steps in different screens if you are not having a utility like engineering workbench. You no longer need to visit multiple pages of SAP to perform multiple but related tasks in one assembly or a set of assemblies. When you are getting into engineering workbench, the first action you will be doing is to choose the working area. I will tell you what is working area in brief. Working area is a definition that will be limiting the kind of object types which you will be processing in the engineering workbench. The object type can be bomb header, routing header, item, or operation. Once you choose the working area, you will get into a selection for the objects on which you are going to perform the action. The selection will be a huge range and multiple parameters. You should be able to define it in such a way that you will get exact set of objects in the engineering workbench for performing your actions. After making the selection, you will go to what is called work list in the engineering workbench. The work list is the placeholder where all the objects of your interest will be copied and sitting there. You will be able to perform actions like modify, delete, and add on these objects. Once you perform all the changes, you can ask the system to process these objects. When you tell the system to process the objects, the system will be copying these objects back to SAP database. In other words, whatever the items, operations, and other entities that you will be seeing in worklist, they are only copied versions of what is existing in SAP database. Any changes that you are doing on these objects in worklist are not reflected till you ask the system to process. Once you tell the system to process, these changes will be written back into SAP database. This is the high level process. More details are in subsequent lessons. I wish you all the best in the